TV land.
Yep.
Why do you want it raised up?
Yeah, it's funny. My belly kind of hurts and I feel kind of dizzy.
You able to keep stuff down in your stomach?
I'm drinking orange juice. It's so good.
You'll feel better later.
I just want to be able to keep my eyes open.
Yeah, well, as soon as you get your eyes open and awake, you can go home.
I'm dizzy. My nurse is English.
Is what?
English. Will you give me my phone?
Sure.
Hi guys. I figured I would tell you guys about my experience the day that I went in for surgery. Like, I don't know, maybe it'll like help some other people's or something. Maybe not at all. Maybe I'm just doing this to laugh at myself, because I kind of am, because I'm gonna upload like a little clip whenever I'm done here about like what happened when I woke up. So yeah, or I might put it before this. So if it's before this, then you're gonna see this after that. So yeah. Sorry, excuse me. I have like a red spot right there, and it itches. My cats were on me earlier, so it's probably something that they did. Anyways, so I went in on I don't remember. It might have been like a Friday. No, it was a Tuesday. I went in on a Tuesday because I remember like the doctor was like, well, if you come in on Tuesday, I'll come in, like, I'll check on you on Friday, and then, you know, well, like, I'll see if you can go back to work. And I assumed that he meant, like, that Friday, because I don't like missing work, so I made sure that it was, like, that Friday instead of, like, the Friday after. But he meant, like, the next Friday. However, I still ended up going back that same Friday and going back to work. But whatever, that comes later. So I went in on Tuesday. It was, like, relatively early. It was like my mom, my aunt, and my little sister. We all went up there together. And yeah, I was nervous, by the way. Like, that was like the first like real surgery I'd ever really had besides like my wisdom teeth. But it wasn't like a big thing. It wasn't like, oh, surgery, then stay in the hospital and all this stuff and get better. It was just like a one-day thing. You can go home, do whatever. But I don't know, I guess it was still a thing. Like, I was fine mostly until I got back there and like was in like the room, and then like the nurses were coming in and they're like, okay, put this bed sheet on, put this curtain on, because it's more like a curtain like consistency that you like those hospital gowns. It's basically just a curtain, because you know what I mean, it doesn't even close, it just stays open. So it's like, put this curtain on and, you know, get comfortable. We're gonna give you socks that are always like pointless and too tight, but we're gonna put some on you anyway. You know, we're not gonna let you wear your own socks. We're gonna give you hospital socks. I don't get that at all. I don't understand it, but whatever. I mean, I do get like the gown they have to do it instead of taking your clothes off, but you know, like the socks, like, here, put these socks on. You can't wear your socks, but our socks are okay. It's weird. But then they like put this like weird like stuff, like this lady, she asked me if I had taken a shower, and I had, but she still went in ahead and like and cleaned a little bit, like with like the scrungy thing, and like scrubbed, and it was like really cold, and like it was like in my stomach area. You can't see, I'm not gonna stand up right now, but you can't see, but it was like my like stomach area. She like cleaned it, and she went over with this like weird like cream thing that like was like sticky feeling, kind of like, I don't really remember much about it. It was just like weird that she would do it. So like there was like a cream thing on me, like she just like left there, and then she left a towel over me, and then they were like, oh, well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit because he has another surgery he has to perform before yours. And I was like, yeah, whatever, that's fine, you know. Even though by that time I was kind of like shaking, like my like involuntarily, like my body was just like trembling, like I wasn't like in my emotions, but like my body was not like happy with whatever was about to happen. But then all of a sudden, like, there's like 7 doctors in that room. Like, not doctors, but like nurses and stuff. And they're all in there, and they're just like, hey, ho, let's go. Like, literally, like, there was like a million of them. Like, one was fluffing my pillow, one was like making sure that stuff on my stomach was like there or whatever. The other one was making sure the gown was in the right places. The other one was like, hey, I'm your nurse. I'm gonna be the one you see when you wake up, and like patting my arm and stuff. And then there was like, and then she tried to find like an IV point on my arm, which I want to say they did it on the front, but they may have done it in the back. I think they may have done it in the back, because I don't ever get IVs in the back of my hand or here. Like, there's a place, or like right here or something, there's like a place that they can put it where they can, like, it hurts less, but they can find a vein easy. But it's always here for me because they can see my vein really well. Or like right here, you can kind of see my vein right now. Like, I have really good vein. That made my arm look incredibly long, didn't it? It was just like whoosh. Oh, look how scary that is. Yeah, that's scary. I'm like a great tentacle monster. I'm so scary. I'm a reef bag from Subnautica. Anyways, like, then all of a sudden, like, everybody sort of started clearing out slowly, and then like this one lady came up, like right over here, like I'm laying down on this bed, like she comes right over me, and she's like, hey, I'm your esthetician, and I'm your anesthesiologist. Wow, what am I thinking? What am I thinking about? What? I'm so confused now. Wow. Hey, at least I corrected myself. I knew that was wrong. I was like, wait a minute, what? No, she's like, I'm your anesthesiologist, and I'm gonna, like, put some medicine in this. It's gonna make you feel better. She's like, we're gonna go to, like, Betty Bye time or something like that. She's like, it was something really hilarious. And she's like, I thought they were gonna make me do that thing that you see in the movies all the time, like count backwards from 100. And I was like, oh, I can beat this. You know, like, you know how, like, I always see it in the movies, they, like, never reach, like, the number that they're supposed to reach. And I'm like, I got this. Well, all she did was tell me to, like, take deep breaths. Like, they started wheeling me out at this point. Like, she put the medicine in the, like, the tube or whatever that went into my IV or whatever, and she was like, okay, take one deep breath. I took a deep breath, and they started wheeling me out of the room, and then she let me let it go. Then she said, okay, take another deep breath. I took another deep breath, and then I let it go. And then, like, they rolled me into this other room, like, in the place, and I still wasn't asleep, so I was like, oh, well, I don't know what's gonna happen here, you know, and they moved me over. Like, I had to help. Like, I had already started feeling, like, really, like, heavy and weird, but I wasn't, like, tired. Like, I was still, like, wide awake, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I'll tell you in a second. But so they had, like, I actually had to help move myself from this little wheelie bed over to the other thing. Like, the nurses helped too, but I had to help move myself over and, like, make sure, like, nothing fell off, like, the gown was still on, like, the thing was still on my stomach and everything, and move myself over. They got me all situated there. And then I was laying there talking to the nurse, and she was, like, English. Like, she was actually English. I could hear it in her accent, because she told me. I asked her where she was from, and she said she was from England. And I thought that was really cool. Like, and that was back in the room. Like, I remember, like, talking to her. I don't remember much else about what, like, if I asked her anything else. But about the medicine, like, me not falling asleep right away, like, I was terrified, because ever since I saw the movie, I think it was called Awake, like, it's always been, like, a really big fear of mine of, like, having someone perform surgery on me and the anesthesia goes wrong, or the anesthetic, whatever it is, it goes wrong, and, like, I can still feel everything, but my body is technically asleep, so I can't scream out and, like, ask for help. Like, all I do is maybe, like, cry or something, but nobody notices. Like, I'm still awake, and I'm watching them, like, cut me open. Oh my gosh, like, that is, like, the scariest thing I've ever, like thought about. Like, that's terrifying. I don't want to be dealing with that. That's, like, ugh. That's, like, pretty, like, terrible. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you'd ever forget that, ever. So, you know. That was a sad movie, too. Anyways, yeah, I have a hurt spot. Well, I was talking to her about that. And I remember she was asking me a couple of questions. And I remember, like, then, like, everybody kind of, like, walked out of the room, and it was just the surgeon standing over there to the side. He's looking through some papers or something. He's looking through something over there. He had his back to me. And I was like, oh, I guess it's about to happen any second now or whatever, you know, like the actual surgery. And then I guess I just went to sleep because I don't remember anything else. Like, I don't remember anything else. I do remember, like, waking up. And I don't remember actually, like, the experience of, oh, I'm waking up. I just remember being awake. And, like, they were like, oh, hey, you're awake now. Blah, blah. We're gonna move you into the other room now, and your parent and your family can come see you, or something like that. So I remember getting wheeled into another room, and whenever I was wheeled into that room, I think they lowered my bed down or something. If they didn't, then this is just the medicine talking, because this is how I remember it. If you hear a really loud noise, actually, oh no, sorry, if you heard a really loud noise, that was, we're washing clothes, and that's our dryers. Like, if it's heavier on one side, it'll start going ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. It's really funny. It's not like the greatest thing ever, but you know. Oh, now it's over. It was literally at the end of its spin cycle. Fantastic, yay! Anyways, but I don't know, like I said, this might be the medicine talking, but I seem to remember, like, the bed thing that they had laid me on, the little wheelie bed thing that they put me on, the gurney, I guess it's a gurney. They, like, it was low to the floor from what I remember, because everybody was kind of looking down at me, but I think maybe they were just standing up. I don't remember. All I know is I woke up, and it's like everybody was looking down at me, and my mom's like, well, you know, they said that you can get up and leave, you know, as soon as you wake up, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I did not want to move. I did not want to go away. I did not want to do anything, because, like, whenever I was put to sleep before for my, wisdom teeth, because I actually got put to sleep with, like, the anesthesia in a hospital for my wisdom teeth, because they took out all 4, and I told them if I wasn't asleep that they were going to get my teeth out anyway, because I'm a fighter, so but that was fine. I just remember waking up from that. Like, I didn't remember waking up from that. I just remember sitting there, and that lady asked me if I was thirsty, and I was like, yes. And I drank like a bunch of, like, cranberry juice, and then I got up and dressed myself. I didn't let them help me get dressed. I just remember all that. But this time during this surgery, I just remember, like, I woke up, like, and I was so dizzy. Like, my head felt so heavy, and I was so dizzy, and, like, every time I look around, everything was, like, really, like, ugh, like, spinny, and, like, my stomach was, like, ugh, like, in not a good place. Like, and that's always, like, the worst kind of sick to be for me. And, so, like, I remember, like, they gave me some, like, apple juice. It was apple juice they gave me, okay? They gave me apple juice. I knew that it was apple juice. My mind saw the color and tasted the taste, and it was apple juice. But when my mom was like, you think you'd be able to eat anything? And I was like, I'm drinking orange juice. Like, you guys, either you saw it in the video or you, like, will see it in the video. I think I'll just put the video before this, so you probably saw that in the video. And I'm like, I'm drinking orange juice. And it was, like, so sad. And I remember watching that back, and I was like, why did I say that? And I was like, why did I say that at all? I knew it was orange. Like, it was apple juice. I knew it was apple juice, but I was like, I'm drinking orange juice. Like, what? And then I remember, like, my mom didn't film very much. Like, after I asked her from my phone, she cut her own recording of me being awake, so it's not much. So you're not gonna see, like, this grand, like, thing like some people post. Like, some people have, like, really hilarious stuff. Mine's just more like a sad, like, oh, poor little girl, you know, kind of thing, even though I'm 25 at the time. No, I'm 26 at the time. I don't know how that works, since it was last year, but after my birthday, you know, it was still, like, last year or whatever. But no, I just remember, like, that. I remember, like, when I went to sit up, this part might be a little, like, ugh. So, you know. But, like, I remember, like, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. And, like, I remember when they, like, went to sit me up, like, I guess, like, my incisions, like, they had, like, little, like, square bandage things like on them that have to wash off. Like eventually they'll just come off on their own. Like you're not supposed to peel them off or anything, but there was like little square bandages all over me. And whenever I went to sit up, like I just started bleeding everywhere. Like I had already put on my like shirt. Like I had already put on my shirt. It was a solid white shirt. Like it had a symbol on the front of it. It's like with the peace symbol. Like it may be in one of my other videos where I've like worn the shirt, but it was a solid white shirt, and I just sat up, and my shirt kind of fell down into the blood, and like my mom's like, Jasmine, she's like, you're bleeding. And see, like, I don't know if I think it was the medicine, but I couldn't react to anything. I wasn't reacting at all on the outside, but on the inside I was like, oh crap. So I like looked over, and the nurse was like, oh, this is natural. And in my head, like literally in my head, I'm thinking, really? I'm bleeding all over the place. I don't think this is natural. I was like, you should, like, this is dangerous. Like, what if I bleed again? Like, whenever I leave, like, why don't I just stay here longer? Like, I was like, literally all that went through my head. But on the outside, I'm just like, I was literally just sitting there, like, looking around, and I'm like, letting them clean me up and everything. And then I just looked at my shirt, and I was like, oh well, I guess it'll be a cool story if it doesn't wash out. It did wash out a little bit, but you can still see like darker white spots on my white shirt where it was, and it's just like sad face. But no, I was thinking about that, and I was like, that could have been like so much worse. Like I could have been like so much worse than what I was. Like that could have been terrible for me. I don't know. It would have been pretty, like, epic, though. But no, like, it was fine. Apparently, I didn't bleed again. But I remember, like, having to, like, sit in a wheelchair. Like, see, whenever I got my wisdom teeth done, I didn't want to sit in the wheelchair. I was like, I want to just walk out. I'm fine. But they made me sit in it anyway and did to the front door and out to the car. I don't remember making it out to the car when I got my wisdom teeth out. I just remember sitting in it, going through, like, one room, and then I don't remember anything else until I got into the car, and then I don't remember half of the ride home. Like, because I guess I was still in and out of it. Sorry. I felt like a spider web. Like, I walked through a spider web this morning. I'll tell you that at the very end of this. This is so random. I'm really sorry. I was telling you one story, and now I'm telling you another story, and then another one. So, my bad. But I remember, like, them pushing me out to the car. Sorry, I lost my place. But I remember them, like, rolling me out to the car. And, like, they put me in, like, the back. And I remember I had my hand on the car because stopped going dark on me. It's the second time. I put my hand up on the, like, okay, like, when you open up the front passenger side door and the back passenger side door, there's like, the middle separator divider. I had my hand on that. And I was getting into the car because I was so heavy. I felt like my body was so heavy. And, like, I just remember, like, trying so hard to get into the car, and then I didn't get in all the way, so I had to, like, correct myself. Like, I had to lift myself up and correct myself. Well, my mom, she must have just been ready to get the hell out of there, because my aunt was the one who drove us, but my mom must have been just ready to get the hell out of there, because she just gets in the front seat and slams the door, and I, like, remember just looking at her, and I'm like, Mom, and she's like, what? She's like, you know, what's wrong? And I was like, you just slammed my fingers in the door. And she looked over, and my fingers are literally still all the way in the door. Like, I just remember having them be there, and I was like, dang. Like, the only one that got hurt, I think, was this one. I think that finger was the one that actually got hurt the most, because I actually had to put a Band-Aid on it or something. But, I was like, geez, Mom, you could have just, like, helped me get into the car or something. You just, like, get in, like, just close the door, and, like, my fingers are still in the door. Like, if I had, like, a penny for every time my fingers have been closed in the door, whether it's in, like, the bathrooms, like, where the bathroom stalls are, or, like, in a car door, or in a sliding van door, I would have so much money. I would be so rich. Like, it's amazing, but see, my fingers are, like, you know, like, they're, like, pretty, like, flexible, so, you know, they got, like, that whole, like, thing going on for them, and I'm, like, I'm double jointed, so it doesn't hurt me as much, Like, I've had, like, my fingers, like, fully slammed, and I still move them around like this, and I was like, get my hands out the door. Come on. That's not good. But, yeah, I just remember that. And then I remember, like, on the ride home, I just felt bad. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't really sleep. And then, like, going down our driveway, it's, like, kind of gravelly, and I was like, oh, no, I hope it's probably going to hurt. But it didn't really hurt. And I didn't let them give me, like the really strong medicine that they would normally have given me, like, whatever. Oh, nope, never mind. Here goes the washing machine again. Oh well. Hopefully it won't be too loud. I'll just raise the volume of my voice, I guess. But yeah, like, I didn't let them give me, like, whatever it is that they normally give you, for, surgeries or anything like that, because I don't like the idea of getting, like, stuck on some kind of, like, really hardcore, you know, painkiller, even though, like, I probably would have used it, like, well, because I have a really high pain tolerance, or, like, for medicine anyway, so, like, little things like Tylenol, Advil, that doesn't work at all for me. It has to be a high grade medicine for it to even help me, like, because I have, like, migraines all the time, and so it's like I need, like, really strong pain pills, but I just didn't want the chance of getting, like, stuck on that, because I had heard, like, I hear so many things, like, about people, like, abusing the medicine and stuff, and I didn't want to become like that. Not that I would, but just the chance that it could happen just by me taking it, I just decided not to do that. So I guess I'm weird in that way. But I just remember for like a week I just slept in a recliner because I couldn't lay down. That wasn't happening. And I remember sleeping in the recliner with like a pillow on my stomach, and I was sitting like straight as possible just to sleep on the recliner because I couldn't do anything else. Like, there wasn't no turning, there wasn't anything like that. That was just not happening. And it was like the worst experience. Not to talk you out of getting any kind of surgery, because like after, like, now I'm all good and like I'm ready to go. Like, it was fantastic. Like, it's fantastic now, you know, but whatever. Like, anyways, yeah. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was gonna tell you guys just a random, like, thing. This was like whenever I thought that there was like a spider web on me. It was like this morning. I went out to feed my cats, and like I saw something fall. Like, I opened the door and I saw something fall. It was like, and it fell like right past my face. I don't know what it was. All I know is I saw it fall, and then all of a sudden I just walked straight into nothing but like spider webs. And usually I would be okay with that if I hadn't have seen whatever it was fall. Like, it could have been like nothing, you know. But then I thought for like a split second that I saw something on me, and dude, I had a cup of cat food that I was supposed to like give the cats. It went whoop right out of my hands. I dropped it, and I went like I was like all over it. I was like, I told my friend, I told someone on Facebook, I was like, yeah, I totally went like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style on that thing. I was like, no. I don't like deal with spiders and bugs and stuff. Like, nah. I like, they're scary, okay? Like, a lot of bugs I can deal with, but like a lot of bugs are scary looking. Like, have you seen them? They're scary. I don't like bugs. And if they move like really fast, or like centipedes, how they have like all those legs and stuff. Not even like the big centipedes that are scary and dangerous and look up at you, but like the little house centipedes, dude, those things are scary too. I am terrified, because why are their legs that long? And why is their like little feelers that long? Oh, it's so scary. I don't even like the dead ones because they still have all those legs, and like there's no need for all those legs. Like, ugh, they're just like there so they can creepy crawl all over your little body. Ugh. I'm sorry, I don't like bugs. You guys know that, though. I think I said that before. Anyways, I totally cleaned, like, the floor of my room, and it looks so great now. There's, like 1,000 times better. And then next, I'm gonna tackle that, like, mound of clean clothes over there, because, like, yeah, I get it that they're, like, it's nice to have clean clothes, but, you know, it's also nice to, like, not have to do like dig through all of them to find the things. Like you see I have like a dress right there hanging out of my drawer because nothing's folded, it's just shoved into the dresser, and like that's like literally one of the nice dresses that I have. So I need to like not do that because I should probably hang the dresses up in the closet, but I'm just so lazy. Actually, like if you guys saw my room setup, my closet actually has like a dresser inside of it, which is not like a dresser, but kind of like that bookshelf over there where my movies are. It looks like that, and I have all my like cool things, like my perfume and stuff, on my girly things, my little girly perfumes or whatever in it. It's funny. Anyways, I hope you guys like enjoyed my story. This is like a life story with Gelman. I don't know. I'm not gonna label this. I'm just gonna put it up as like a vlog, I guess. Like something. It'll be something. I don't know. It would be kind of cool, like, I'll have to do like a draw my life or something. I saw that going around a while back and I always wanted to do it, and I had like a really cool way that I was gonna do it, and then like I'm just like gonna have to worry about exactly how I'm gonna do that because I don't know exactly what to do with that. So yeah, we'll have to see how I do that. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this episode. If you did, please leave a like. Or if you didn't, you can always leave a dislike. Anyways, if you'd like to follow me for more things that I've done, you can always click one of the links in the description. Or if you want to subscribe, you can click the little button over there, over on that side. Or you can click a link in the description and subscribe, which would make me super happy. Anyways, guys, I always look forward to hearing your stories or your everything. Comments, you know, questions, anything, any questions you got for me? I would love to answer questions. I want to do like a question video where people just ask me questions and I would just answer them. That'd be amazing. Anyways, yeah. Well, I love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye, guys.